in my personal opinion, and I'm pretty sure a lot of other people's personal opinions, I don't think a lot of us think that Kick is gonna be along for this world, because it's having active problems with not only its biggest streamers, but also just people's perception on it in general. Obviously, as we go through the video, if you have anything that you want to rebuttal on, just tell me in the comments down below. I'm gonna be down there fighting the battles, alright, for the good people of, I don't know, stream viewers in general. I don't know. Well, boys, today is tomorrow, and Kick is in the news again because it seems like Kick is very much on its way out. Now, whenever Kick first came out, was a big lover, I guess. Not even lover, I guess proponent of Kick. Like, I really wanted Kick to actually succeed because, you know, having actual competition in the streaming space is actually great. And having literally some of the biggest Twitch talent behind Kick also made it seem more legitimate. XQC, Adin Ross, Trainwrecks, Yourrage. I mean, like, actual huge top streamers, tens of thousands of viewers each stream, right? I really did think that Kick was gonna, you know, at least do something. I mean, like, you know, it would make Twitch at least rethink some of their policies and stuff and how they treat streamers. Because for a while, I think we all can realize that Twitch has been treating their streamers kind of like they're disposable, you know what I mean? Like, they just treat them anyway, like, oh, we like this streamer so they can literally, you know, host terrorism on their channel, and then we hate the streamers. So if someone like accidentally showed or played an audio clip and the guy tried his best to get off stream as fast as he could, we don't think that he did it at a good enough pace. The man didn't hit the Twitch speed run on getting offensive memes off their screen fast enough. So you'll just take a 30-day ban for something that literally wasn't your fault. And obviously, Twitch tries its best to act like it doesn't play favorites whenever we all have eyes and ears. And, you know, this isn't the 1600s anymore. Over 90% of America can at least read. So whenever the CEO of Twitch talks about how, you know, they always try to ban people fairly, and it's tricky to ban people, and then we point out the differences, that he just sits there like, oh, no, what? No, there's two different situations.
And they say, oh, that should be it, you know, in this particular case, as an example. And I think we all need to be a little careful about trying to capture that one moment when somebody said something almost like a game of gotcha. Okay, streaming is hard. You're on stream for a long time. You know, when the example you're given, I doubt that that person was seriously suggesting that's what they were going to do. It was probably said in jest or something like that. If it was reported, I am sure the team looked at it and decided it wasn't a violation. This is tricky. It's always tricky, especially anything that's close to the line. Anything that's close to the line, sometimes it's gray. So there's a lot of grayness. The team looks at all these reports. And remember, when you see somebody doing something, remember they're working hard, they're streaming for a long time, and don't try to just catch them in one thing where they misstate something.
Doesn't matter if rips happen on October 7th. Like, that doesn't change the dynamic for me even this much.
Yep, that's their top streamer right there. He almost never gets banned. Actually, he never got banned for that clip, just saying. He never got banned for that, and the other things he said. But, you know, we're not talking about Hassan Pike here. But also, one more thing before we get back to Kick. I still wonder, why did Dan, Destiny's friend, get banned off of Twitch? I mean, like, all the man did was just, you know, talk about Twitch policies and how they are doing things differently up there that, you know, exclude Jewish people. That's all he ever talked about, but for some reason, him talking about that got him a permanent ban. But, you know, Hassan Piker can go on and say, oh, I don't care if people got a R-worded. Actually, it's fine, in my opinion. I think it's a civil liberty. But yeah, that's literally just one of the many examples of Twitch playing favorites with its streamers instead of, you know, consistently, you know, enforcing their policies across everyone. But obviously, I and everyone else thought whenever Kick first came out, it would be like a bastion of hope. Basically, kind of a slightly more edgier version of Twitch, right? You can't go out there beheading people on the internet, or at least on their site. But, you know, they would at least, you know, enforce their policies equally. But, oh, were we wrong, because Kick basically became Detroit. All right, everyone thought it was going to be the next big thing. Everyone thought it was going to be the next big California. Everyone thought, oh my God, yo, Detroit, it is never going to die. We're moving to Detroit. Yo, Detroit, what's up, D-Town? Yo, I'm a Detroit, Michiganian. But if you are an American, you already know what happened to Detroit and Michigan in general. No, it never happened. Detroit kind of went to ruin, just like Cake. And everyone moved right back to California, Texas, Virginia, New York, Twitch. Like a domestically abused person, they ran right back to their abuser because they realized their new abuser was worse. All right, it was worse over there. Because everyone talks about how Twitch is losing advertisements and, the whole ad apocalypse is going down on Twitch, when in reality, I also was a part of spreading this because, at the time we didn't know. But in reality, Twitch is trying their best to get away from more, hot political topics, right? So they're demonetizing different political streams instead of fully banning the political streams off of Twitch altogether. So everyone's been talking about, is Twitch having an ad apocalypse? Is Twitch not having an ad apocalypse? Of course, Twitch is saying they're not having an ad apocalypse. I'm like, what are they going to say? Are they going to say, yeah, right now we're having a tough time getting ads? Like, no, they're going to obviously downplay it. It's like someone asking, is your business doing good right now before I invest money into it? Obviously, you're going to say yes. But we also have to recognize that Kick doesn't have ads. Kick doesn't serve ads. All of their money comes straight from stake. Now, I don't care how you feel about gambling, alright, because I'm sure Amazon is going to sell you and has sold you a ton of products that has either made you addicted or that really wasn't the greatest thing for you. Let's all be honest here. If you get addicted to gambling, that is on you. It's like someone getting addicted to crack. I don't feel bad for you. I'm sorry. If you went down the road of I tried alcohol, now I'm straight to crack, I'm sure you would have found something else even worse at that point, even if crack didn't exist and there wasn't a dealer in your neighborhood. I'm sure you would have found a way, alright? It's like getting between Aspen's gold streak of not taking a shower, alright? I just can't stop him. The man's undefeatable. Now that we're past that, Kick doesn't make money. Full stop, just like Twitch. Twitch also doesn't make money. Twitch actively loses Amazon a ton of money each year. But Amazon sees something in Twitch, I guess because it's like literally one of the biggest, if not basically at this point, the only actual live streaming platform. Everything else is like a gimmick. YouTube Live, kind of a gimmick. I'm like, don't get me wrong, there are some big streamers on YouTube Live, but also at the same time, YouTube is all about the videos, alright? They don't care about their live at all. Kick, at this point, it basically just wants to funnel people into stake, which is why they have so many Kick deals and Kick streamers that gamble a lot. And then there was another one called Party, which basically I don't know. I think it was like some crypto gambling stuff up there. I don't know. That one's just cooked already. That one's already off the damn stove. All right, that one was burnt to a crisp. Ain't no one on no damn Party. So basically, Kick doesn't make any money, but it pays out its streamers whatever it really can to keep them on the platform, because at the end of the day, you want to keep Kick in the zeitgeist, because the more people that at least visit Kick with a morbid curiosity, the more people you can serve your stake ads to, the gambling site stake ads to. And essentially, these people you're hoping to convert into lifelong stake fans, alright? Not Kick fans, they don't care about Kick, stake fans. Just like how Amazon wants to convert people that are Twitch viewers into Amazon Prime users, alright? Because why do you think all Twitch streamers always ask you to sub with Prime? Because it's free with Prime, even though you gotta pay like, what, $13, $14 a month? I'm like, at that point, you might as well just pay $5 instead of giving them the Prime sub. Especially if you don't actively use your Amazon Prime. Like, let's all be honest here. Everyone always says like, oh, we make so much money off of Prime, it's free money from Jeff Bezos. Sir, come back to reality. If those people buy 2-3 products using Prime, it probably made more money than the Prime sub actually cost. All right, let's all come back to reality here. The reason why they want people to become Prime members is because you are more willing to spend more money on Amazon. So obviously the Prime subs are a gesture of goodwill to the Twitch viewership to hopefully make them become actual Amazon Prime members, even if they actively try their best not to shop on Amazon. And to be honest, it's probably been working out a lot for Twitch and Amazon to have this symbiotic relationship of getting their streamers to promote basically Twitch Prime, or Amazon Prime actually, and they basically get a whole bunch of active users on Amazon Prime that may not even buy anything, but at that point they still make money because that means they don't have to ship anything out. and they just get an extra $5 a month. So this symbiotic relationship actually works out really well for Twitch and Amazon, which is why I don't think Amazon will ever get rid of Twitch Prime, because it actively makes them money for everyone that uses it. But on the other hand, not everyone that goes to Kick really cares about stake or gambling at all. So obviously Stake has to incentivize their streamers to actively gamble on their website. But they can't really promote it the way that Amazon can promote Prime in a good light, right? Prime, you're helping out a streamer, you also get free shipping on Amazon. Stake, you don't get anything. So the Kick community really doesn't get anything out of them promoting Stake other than the money that they receive, which doesn't help the community see Stake in a good light. If Stake did, I don't know, maybe you get Stake Prime and you get 30 free spins on Stake, maybe that would be a more of a good gesture or goodwill or something. But for the most part, Stake doesn't have that same like community streamer symbiotic relationship where the community gets something and the streamer gets something for promoting this one product that actively makes you money, right? The streamer gets money for promoting stake gambling. That's why they have those stake gambling contracts. But the community gets nothing out of it, right? They get actively nothing out of it other than the content that, you know, if they like watching gambling streams, then they get that. But for the most part, if you don't, then you're just getting your streamers sitting there just mashing their keyboard like XQC every 30 minutes. Dude, come on, dude, come on, man. Where's my spins? Bro, they're cheating me, bro. Like, right, you're getting people that are actively pissed off sometimes at your games that they're promoting. So, in my opinion, I really don't see where Kick could go in the future, because they already don't have advertisers. They don't really have a product outside of Stake that they are trying to get their viewers to, you know, actually use. The streamers / community don't have that symbiotic relationship where, you know, the streamer wants money and the community wants, I don't know, maybe free shipping on their products. Kick doesn't have that. So already you can see why if Kick starts losing viewership to other platforms like YouTube or Twitch, it will actively hurt the platform, because there's nothing for you to stay there to look forward to, right? You don't have like an active subscription, and then maybe you can go find another streamer you can give your Twitch Prime to if your favorite streamer moves platforms or something, right? You don't have anything like that. If you don't have an active crippling gambling addiction, you don't have a real reason to stay on Kick as soon as your favorite streamer goes offline. You're just gonna leave the website altogether. You're just gonna be like, oh, streamer's offline, don't care anymore. Leaving. Even though people like XQC, who has a pretty big contract with Kick, so he probably wants to at least get the full amount of money, you know, the full 100 million out of Kick, people like XQC obviously will bend and twist the truth to something that is a better light, so he can at least hopefully keep this contract going, because you don't want your active users to feel like, well, I'm just wasting time here, right? People like XQC really wants to make sure that he gets all $100 million. He will literally lie. He will make up numbers to make sure everyone's like, oh no, Kick is doing fine. It's no, boys, come back, come on, just watch some other streamers as soon as I go offline, right? People like SQC have an active reason to stay on Kick. The man's getting paid a ton of money, and he has an active reason to make Kick look great. XQC almost never talk, don't get me wrong, from time to time he will, but XQC almost never badmouths Kick. And even in this situation, after Adin Ross left Kick, and Adin Ross put out a statement saying that he's gonna make a video talking about why he's leaving Kick, I will be making a full video on why I am leaving Kick, and definitely I am stepping down officially, and I will be going into details about this. This week I will tell you all everything. With that being said, I am going to fully focus on being reinstated on Twitch. Thank you. Even with that situation, you know, where Adin Ross tries his best to be somewhat diplomatic and somewhat, you know, friendly with his departure of Kick, XQC still makes it out like Adin Ross is this backstabbing, conniving bastard. How dare he leave Kick and stay? How could he do this to poor Eddie Craven? When in reality, does XQC really care? No. He really cares that Adin Ross's viewership is probably just going to be like, oh, Adin doesn't think this site is cool anymore? All right. We don't think the site is cool anymore. That's what XQC really thinks. And obviously, XQC is going to be like, well, we didn't need, you know, Yourrage, who also left Kick because, you know, we'll get into it. He didn't get paid, so he also left Kick, and other streamers are leaving Kick. So obviously, SQC tries to make it seem like, oh no, we don't need those very huge streamers. All right, actually, if anything, Kick numbers are bigger than ever. As soon as Your Rage and Adin Ross left the website, we just spun up some damn bots. And hey, man, if anything, we replaced them with even more people, or technically, quote unquote, viewership.
Kick is genuinely a dead website without Adin Ross.
This is very insightful. Thank you.
Like,
well, you guys say cope, brother. I understand all you want to do is hate, and it's fine, but don't act like it's a fact. Like, you need to stop this thing where like you want to be right, so it's what you say is a fact. It's wrong in every metric. Yourrage doesn't stream forever, and hasn't streamed forever, and the actual raw stats behind Kick have never been better.
He says that, but also actively Trainwrecks talks about how there's so much view botting going on in the streaming ethos on Twitch and on Kick.
Did you see that face kid view botting, brother? I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. Like, it's bad. It's bad. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like, I'm like, me and like maybe 5 others might be the only ones in the entire fucking industry not botting. Like, maybe in like the top one, yeah, in the top 100, I would say it's gotta be like everyone's bullshit. Everyone is bullshitting. I would say of the new wave, the new generation, I would say 99% are bullshitting.
So I'm just sitting here like, yeah, we can all say like, okay, Kick is going up in viewership, but let's all be honest here. If 99% of Kick's viewership is bots, I'm like, we can even say 99% of Twitch's viewership is bots. Which one has a better life in the streamer community, right? Does Kick or Twitch have a better life? Which one are people more willing to go towards whenever they're like, I want to find a streamer to watch while I'm doing X, Y, and Z? More people are probably willing to go towards Twitch, even if that one has view bots. So it probably seems more like, Kick is just spinning up a couple view bots here and there, and then spinning them down and then spinning them up again. And yet, XQC doesn't want to accept that, okay, maybe most of the site is view bots. Most of Twitch is also view bots, but they also have very active user base. Kai Cenat, one of the biggest streamers in the world at this point, has probably actively brought regular people over to his streams more than XQC gambling all day, right? Just comparing the two communities, you can be like, Kick, you can probably watch someone die up there. Twitch, you'll actively watch, like, I don't know, some, at worst, woman doing a striptease, right? There's a difference in communities, right? People are more charitable towards Twitch, even whenever they do really bad things, all right? Even whenever they're unfair with their policy practices. And Kick does nothing to actively help their brand. Because right now, in my opinion, Kick could come out on top if Kick actually actively policed their website, actually tried to get active sponsorships and stuff, actually brought out a product that everyone could use and not just people that are 18 plus, right? Twitch Prime, a child could get Twitch Prime from their mom. Like, Mom, see, you can get like food off of Amazon and other things, right? Stake and Kick need to actively develop a product that is for everyone instead of just gambling. Even if they just made Stake Gaming, right? They just made a gaming hosting platform where maybe they give out 99% of the game's revenue to the game makers. At least then you can be like, hey, we have, I don't know, a Stake subscription to this gaming platform. Something that is actively good for the community and for the streamers, just like how Twitch Prime is good for the community and the streamers. So even to normal people, Twitch has a more favorable view. They can already actively participate in the community by using something that is basically the holy grail to any streamer, a Twitch Prime sub. And essentially, they can already get roped into the community fairly easily, unlike Kick. If you're not into gambling content, you're already going to have a harder time getting into Kick. If you're not into IRL content, you're already going to have a harder time getting into Kick, because for the most part, gaming on Kick is about damn near dead, right? No one's really gaming on Kick like that. Everyone's either doing IRL or gambling content. Now, something else that some streamers have been having problems with on Kick is the payment. Sometimes they pay, sometimes they don't. I mean, like Yourrage, one of their biggest streamers, even though Yourrage literally hasn't streamed in over 10 months on Kick, and literally didn't even stream whenever he left. He just left and went to Twitch, even though he got over 100K viewership on Twitch. But still, like, Yourrage still didn't stream for like a while. Owen Kick. But he even said, yeah, but my last 2 months I was supposed to get paid on Kick. I didn't even get paid.
But I was like discussing like contract with like, let me tell you one thing. I don't even think I'm allowed to say this. I still haven't gotten paid my last like payment or two from Kick. I ain't gonna cap.
Now, obviously, that's already bad if you're like, well, I don't want to give you your last 2 paychecks if you're just going to go to Twitch, because they were talking about re-signing him to Kick. But your Rage was like, I will be honest, already rich. And I'm going to be honest here, Kick isn't a terrible platform, but I just enjoy Twitch way more and streaming on Twitch way more than streaming on Kick.
I realized, I'm not saying I didn't enjoy streaming on Kick, but the thought of streaming, like waking up and streaming, wasn't like as exciting as when I was on Twitch, bro. Like it just wasn't. And I'm not trying to knock down Kick. I'm not. I actually appreciate Kick, the Eddie, for everything they were trying to do, because back then Twitch was on some bullshit too, nigga.
So, that's pretty bad advertisement to a pretty sizable viewer base, because he had over 100K viewers during the stream, about Kick saying that, oh, Kick wasn't a bad platform, but they didn't pay me my last 2 months because I decided to go back to Twitch. On top of that, I really didn't enjoy all that much streaming up there, right? Already, hands down, just pretty bad for your platform. Now again, XQC will say, and other streamers will say, well, Kick doesn't need these 2 huge streamers. We're growing exponentially. We either have people that shouldn't even be allowed to watch videos on the internet, because if you're actively watching like an IRL stream on Kick, I don't want to know what's on your hard drive. And then on top of that, they also have to admit that, yeah, most of our streamers view bot, even though they do have a point that a lot of Twitch streamers also view bot. Jack Doherty, whenever he first came over to Twitch, viewbotted whenever he got banned off of Kick. So it's not like Twitch doesn't have a viewbot problem, but also you have to recognize that Twitch has that name appeal. It already has the big name streamers that already are actively bringing regular YouTube viewers, or just people that scroll through Twitter, Blue Sky, whatever Threads, Instagram. It's already converting those people that are curious about live streaming into active viewers. Kick is not doing that. No one's going to Kick and converting themselves into an active viewer up there. And then the last reason why I believe Kick is kind of on a downfall at this point is most of the streamers up there just suck as people in general. Let's all be honest here. Most of them suck as people in general. Somehow, the most virtuous person that is actually the best streamer / best person on Kick is somehow, drum roll please, Sneeko. Because there's this streamer called Jake Future, alright? He is very disabled, we'll just say that. But he streams on Kick, right? He does a lot of content with a lot of big streamers, right? They all use him for content. And then Jake Future had this birthday party. He invited everyone, XQC, Adin Ross, Cheezer, Sneeko. And the only person that showed up was Sneeko. Yes, just sit there and think. All these people are willing to use him for content, but as soon as he has a birthday party they can stream for content, they decide, no, for no real reason, right? No real reason other than I just want to be a dick to this person. Now, I can actively know that some people can just be like, hey, I don't like that person. That's one thing. It's another thing to be like, I use this person for content. I always say I'm friends with this person or somewhat friendly with this person. And then whenever they're like, hey, can you come over to my birthday party? Especially when they're like, this disabled. Let's all be honest here. Especially whenever they're like, this disabled. Instead of you being like, hey, I'll at least do a walkthrough, there for 10 minutes. Then, see, I got to get back to stream. At least, show up. None of them did that. And it was actively just Sneeko at this guy's birthday party, which was so sad. And I'm just sitting here like, these people are real pieces of work, all right? Let's all be honest here. If Jake Future was like the same streamer at the same level on Twitch, he would probably have Ms. Kiff there. He'd probably get like, I don't know, maybe Pokemon might show up because, she loves giving pity out to slower people. I don't want to be mean to Jake Future. Seems like a very sweet guy. All right? I don't want to be mean to him. And, Cutie Cinderella would probably pop up with a damn cake, right? They would actively make his birthday a great one. But Kick streamers really don't care about each other. They don't even try to, have a cohesive community that works together and, they all come together for these events. None of them have events. Another thing, Kick streamers just don't have events in general. They're all sociopaths that think that they don't need to give clout to anyone else, so they all try their best to hoard their clout to themselves like little loot goblins or little dragons or whatever. When in reality, they're all just viewbotting to probably 10, 5 active viewers at that. So for the most part, they're all just view botting, and they're like, no, I don't want to mix my view bots with your view bots. What if your view bots say something that my view bots would never say in my chat? So yeah, that's another reason why I feel like Kick is not long for this world, because these streamers actively don't even try to form groups or anything to stream together. They're all actively at each other's throats. The only time you see these streamers stream together is whenever they're insulting each other, which really doesn't make for a good community whenever every community is actively at each other's throats talking about my streamer is better than your streamer. Don't get me wrong, Twitch also has this, but also there are a lot of factions on Twitch, right? There's still a lot of streamers that still stream together. Even if they hate each other, they still try their best to be somewhat friendly with each other. Unlike on Kick, where it seems like it's just a damn me versus the world attitude up there. Just like how Johnny Somali has a me versus all Koreans attitude, even though that this man's about to get in trial. Click this video right here to see what's happening now during Johnny Somali's trial in Korea. But boys, other than that, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you all tomorrow.